Picture this. You step outside your cave at dawn, and a creature the size of a bus is drinking from the river beside you. That never happened. Not once. Not for a single day. The last dinosaurs died out about 66 million years ago. The first members of your genus, Homo, didn't show up for another 64 million years after that. There is more time between the last dinosaur and the first human ancestor than there is between that same dinosaur and the asteroid that killed it. But what if the timeline had been different? What if evolution had run its clock just a little faster, and your ancestors had opened their eyes to a world still ruled by dinosaurs? Paleontologist Stephen Brusatte has spent his career reconstructing exactly what that world looked like right before it ended. Not the swampy, sluggish version from old movies. The late Cretaceous was fast, colorful, and brutal. Feathered raptors hunted in packs. Triceratops herds moved across open plains like modern bison. Tyrannosaurus rex, weighing as much as a school bus, could still outrun most humans today. Your ancestors, small, slow, and armed with nothing but sharpened sticks and stone flakes, would not have been predators in that world. They would have been prey. So picture the scene properly this time. A small band of early humans moves in a tight cluster through tall grass, eyes scanning constantly. Not for berries, but for movement. A shadow crosses overhead. Not a bird. Something with a 6-meter wingspan. They freeze. They do not run. Running draws attention. Survival here would not look like conquering the land. It would look like disappearing into it. Here is the twist almost nobody expects. Early human survival strategies might have actually worked in this world, just not the way you'd think. Anthropologist Richard Wrangham has shown that fire was the single biggest advantage early humans ever developed, letting them cook food, extend the day, and keep large predators away from camp at night. Against a Tyrannosaurus, fire wouldn't have been a weapon. It would have been a boundary. Something enormous, ancient, and utterly indifferent to a two-legged animal defending a burning circle of light. The dinosaurs wouldn't have needed to fear humans. They simply wouldn't have noticed them, the same way you don't notice most insects sharing your backyard. And that is the real answer to the question. Your ancestors surviving alongside dinosaurs was never really about strength versus size. It was about scale. Humans became dominant not because we were dangerous to megafauna, but because every large competitor eventually went extinct, leaving the field open. Remove that asteroid. Keep the dinosaurs running the ecosystem for another 64 million years. And your ancestors likely never get the open niche they needed to expand, build tools, or spread across continents. There may have been no agriculture, no cities, no you reading this at all, which says something quietly strange about your own existence. You are not here because your ancestors were the strongest thing in the room. You are here because, for one geological instant, the strongest things left the room entirely. Every advantage you take for granted. Walking upright, standing tall, sleeping without watching the sky, exists because of an empty ecological seat that dinosaurs left behind. So the next time you feel small compared to the world around you, remember this. Your entire species is built on the fact that something bigger simply wasn't there anymore. That gap wasn't luck, it was opportunity. Picture this. You step outside your front door this morning, and there is nothing waiting to eat you. That never happened by accident. It happened because 66 million years ago, the door finally opened.